Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They go play action with Haskins. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Haskins to throw it. It's brought in by Jeffrey. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So 1st and 10 now from the
QB.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley.
QB.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I got too much chicken left, bitch.
When they're that high power, you gotta find a way
to hold them under 20. I wish you would have, dog. I got buku chicken. I don't want to find my mom in that bitch.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in
for
some
real,
trouble.
you know, see me with a big ass fucking katana walking on, be like, God damn, B. Bitch, you can't lie. Bitch, that Uruguay cake is wrong. Hell yeah. I feel like, only thing I feel like that was could be a little bit on that bitch is the crust, but other than that, the top of that bitch just where you want it to be. That bitch, like, I can't explain that bitch, but the melt in your mouth.
Yeah, we know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
That crust gotta be a little bit more on point than the original pie man. He be at Elgin, who used to go to people in New Orleans, boy, that bitch, that was cold.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this.
Wait, what he used to sell?
We'll get a timeout.
He sold like gumbo and ooey cakes and pecan candy, sweet potato pie, shit like that. He used to go and just sell them, but he got a stove. You know what I'm saying? Where he traveled to school and then he and passed him off. Then he got a stove to go to original pie man. He don't sell ooey. It's the only way you can get it if you buy
so the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defense.
But he's still open.
How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Remember, I told you I had a plan one time. You had a plan. You had another plan time. Oh yeah.
With a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for
And you know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
These are his numbers from
I was
last
loaded
week's
when I
game.
woke up
It's
this
coming
morning.
and down he goes.
Me too, man. Me too. Me too, boy. I ain't even touched nothing yet, boy.
They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Bitch, I ain't gonna say every Brown, but every other Brown you smoke, bitch, I'm last one with you, bitch.
Hey, I told you back, boy. It was only me you ain't good enough. Everybody else tapped out.
Second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw
Yeah, I'm about
Haskins.
to get
The man is Cantrell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding
Man,
position.
don't start that shit, bro, please.
Immediately in the
Do
second
not start that,
half,
bro.
right? We just saw that on display.
You're.
Before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now
You're.
Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to. We still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
I thought you still would have been asleep. You ready to leave tomorrow,
and
dog?
that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now it's Barkley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it?
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Power running by Zeke.
T-Streets.
And he'll be stopped
I
right
got
at
him.
midfield.
T-Streets
12
ain't do
yards
shit
there and a
yesterday.
first
Caught
down.
that little lonely
With
touchdown.
that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time
I
rushers.
just see you backing all your players
That means he
up,
just
dog.
sped past Terrell Davis,
I'm
who's in the Hall of Fame.
tripping. I know he's at the end of the game. I'm like, I'm fucking
Because
dumb.
he's chasing down Arizona.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring
Don't
up
call
the
yourself
second
that,
and
bro.
11.
Come on, man.
Now Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, I know it's at the end of the
And he's got it
game.
across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run down.
But you still wasn't stopping Saquon, bro. Saquon got some moves, huh, B? I know you was like, fuck, how you get out of that?
Saquon Barkley
Some
running
over
right.
that nigga hit.
He needed
Check that
9,
nigga
he
hit
got
for
8.
stone.
And that's gonna
Oh, get
leave
out of
them
here.
with 4th and
You just know how to
on their
juke.
side
It was
of
one
the
play
field.
that you had him in the backfield. I juked him. Went right around him.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with 4th down and 1.
And Zeke definitely got a couple of fuck off
and it's
me.
the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with
Down
4th
in
down
Mississippi
and 1.
and New Orleans.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott.
Where my phone
hitting double
at? So I
digits
can
with
play.
his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops.
You got to ride to the
And
airport,
it's now a
bro.
7-0 game. That
I
time
was
a
just
6-play drive. And it culminates in a
What time you gotta
touchdown
leave
run
for?
by Ezekiel Elliott.
12.
PM?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
So a decent gain. All for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now it's Haskins. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And down he'll go at the 25.
You gotta play your shit early. You don't know if the fucking game gonna start tripping or not.
Exactly, so I'm pretty much as soon as I wake up. Boy, as soon as they hit the button.
They say their server might be out for another 14 hours.
Ooh, that'd be that drool. Wake up in the morning trying to play that bitch quick and that bitch, the server was down. Like, hit the button. You're like, I can't, dog. Where is that? Ain't that a bitch? Like, what have I done to deserve this, D-Madden gods? The flag. Ain't nobody grabbed him by the fucking face, man. Gotta be cheating, dog. How could I grab him by the face mask and from the back?
24 yards. And the Cowboys
are
going to take over
that's cheesy, bro.
Here with a 1st and 10. And let's gauge our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching will remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL.
Boy, you a stupid bitch.
Yeah,
he
even
did
the
grab him by the
14-game
face
seasons.
mask.
And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow. Blizzards. Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run with Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down carry by Elliott. There's the stiff arm. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. 10 more there and another first down.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker in Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up.
Y'all did y'all DraftKings and FanDuel this morning?
Fucking right. I did a $50 call.
And good starting
You
field position.
You got 15
Yeah, you
minutes.
still got time. And you can bet on the late games too.
You want to know what,
That man ain't asked you, no, man.
I'm asking you.
Hey, bitch, I'm better than you. I ain't even know what you pick.
And they're going to have some
I
adjustments
want $150. What you want?
I've won more than that overtime playing both of them, sir.
Wreaking havoc with a sack. We have
Damn, dog.
still 2 more. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead.
That's crazy, dog. I got receivers that got the fucking the shits, right? And then every time I complete it, like you know how nigga got Ezekiel Elliott, every time you get 10 yards, you're supposed to get 1 or 2 until you get 5. Nigga, I be completing how many yards they say to get. I'm supposed to get 20 yards, and nigga don't give me shit.
Now 3 for 3.
And you've got to figure that luck's
I did it twice, and nigga ain't got nothing.
I would just tell you from a defensive point of view, someone has to step
I'm
forward,
supposed to heat up.
down, and make a play himself.
Yeah.
Because they're just letting it happen to him right now.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
You know what I'm saying?
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the
trying to fucking ignite that X
If you watch
factor.
tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs. Because I know the highlights show him in the open field breaking away from people. But defenses,
They might be getting too old for that X factor.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We need to find out who will be the next factor.
They'll run with Fournette. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left on them.
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
A gain there, 21 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Fournette. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up.
You got to first to get the third down.
Wow. Return it to the 24.
Nigga was wide open.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that. And when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Haskins. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Third down. Here's Haskins. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him.
Good
Final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack on first down, Haskins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Taco Charlton racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Haskins to throw. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
This team has been totally beaten right from the word go.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that route.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown! Washington. A big play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They go back to He's been busy. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Fournette. He's got room to run past the 20.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fournette, and he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
What up with your ball?
To my eyes, deceive me, getting stronger as this game
I'm cool, man. Chilling at the crib. What's good with you?
It was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
Man, I seen you cook some fucking barbecue on Facebook the other day. I'm like, oh, I'm missing it.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first.
Oh, you got the new crib?
Totally home free yet.
Congratulations, big homie.
First and 10. This is Fournette.
Oh, that ain't too far.
Carry there, 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start trying to pound them into submission.
Yeah, you gotta deal with all that fucking them bitches telling you no shit, extra shit. I know you.
I got my call.
On 2nd down now.
Right.
It's Elliott. Bust through the tackle. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Yeah, boy.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that.
I'm right behind you. Don't worry about it. I'm right behind you. He was about.
No room to find to get upfield.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, man. Text me that address. If you ain't doing nothing today, I'll pass and watch the one of the games with you.
Looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. With just 1 remaining.
Yeah, man. I didn't see the game. I wasn't watching it, but I looked on my phone and I seen it was up early. It's over with.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Yeah.
The Cowboys signal for
that fucking London. They felt good up in London.
Final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
All right, then I'll pass on.
Shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. The Redskins now going to use
what was that, man? Come on,
timeouts. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And on
So,
3rd down, the
you
Cowboys
know
bring in
me?
an extra defensive back.
Oh, man, that was a young year.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And this one complete to Reed. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Oh. No.
A fair catch signaled
Yes.
for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000.
You're trying to break a kickoff on me.
Barkley. And that play absolutely nowhere as he's
Somebody broke a punt return on you yesterday, Europe.
Man, that was some bullshit.
It's another thing to win and put up the amount
That
of
was
points that they
fast.
did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Washington, they're going the wrong way as this will drop